February 14th, 2026. A 60-year-old scholar kneels before the altar of St. Michael's Benedictine Abbey in Farnborough, England. The abbot, Dom Cuthbert Brogan, traces the sign of the cross on his forehead with sacred chrism. 9 words: Signo te signo crucis, et confirmo te chrismate salutis. Canon Robin Ward, for 19 years the principal of St. Stephen's House in Oxford, one of the Church of England's most influential theological colleges, has just been received into the Catholic Church. But this is not a sudden decision. It is the end of a journey that began 40 years ago in the same city of Oxford, where he has spent most of his adult life. And his words afterward are striking. I rejoice without regret or hesitation to find myself in this place. What took 4 decades, and why now? Let's understand the man. Robin Ward was raised in what he calls Low Church Anglicanism that barely exists anymore. The Book of Common Prayer, liturgy without ceremony, earnest preaching, sacramental but Protestant. Then he arrived at Oxford. At Magdalen College, where C.S. Lewis once taught, he discovered Anglo-Catholicism, a fusion of 19th-century theology and romantic ritualism that captivated him. He trained for ministry at St. Stephen's House between 1988 and 1991, was ordained in 1992, served parishes, earned a doctorate from King's College London with a dissertation on the 4th century schism at Antioch, and in 2006 was appointed principal of his alma mater. He was made an honorary canon of Rochester Cathedral and represented that diocese in the General Synod, the Church of England's governing body. But over the years, something shifted. Running a seminary, he explains, means proposing 3 questions to students. Who is Jesus Christ? What is a priest? What is the Church? The answer to the last question became less and less satisfactory, not only to him, but to his students, past and present. What changed? The Church of England itself. Since the 1992 vote to ordain women as priests, approximately 700 Anglican clergy and religious in Britain have been received into the Catholic Church. That includes 16 former Anglican bishops. These conversions represent about 1/3 of all Catholic priests ordained in England and Wales during that period. The numbers spiked after the 2010 visit of Pope Benedict XVI, who beatified John Henry Newman and issued Anglicanorum Coitubus, creating personal ordinariates for Anglicans entering full communion while retaining elements of their heritage. More recently, the tensions have only deepened. In October 2025, the Church of England appointed its first female Archbishop of Canterbury, Sarah Mullally. Intense debates over sexual morality, the living in love and faith process, and blessings for same-sex couples have divided the communion. Several African provinces have broken ties with Canterbury. For Anglo-Catholics who cherished continuity with ancient tradition, the ground keeps shifting. Ward also names the positive pull, close proximity with the energy and charity of Catholic life in Oxford, the Dominicans at Blackfriars, the Jesuits at Campion Hall, the Oratorians at St. Aloysius, and always the constant presence of John Henry Newman. He took John Henry as his confirmation name. The Oxford Oratory, where Newman once preached, is itself witnessing remarkable growth. In the first 2 months of 2026, they have already received 32 adults into the church, more than in all of last year. The converts are strikingly young, with an average age of just 29. The priests hear around 1,200 confessions monthly. Gavin Ashenden, a former Anglican clergyman received into the church in 2019, observes a weightier symbolism behind Ward's conversion. Ward, he says, represents the last generation of Anglo-Catholics surviving within the progressive transformation of Anglicanism. His becoming Catholic will be taken as a signal that for those committed to Catholic spirituality and ecclesial identity, this is now the only way. Ward himself quotes Newman's hymn, "Lead, Kindly Light." I now need to learn how to live within the household and to trust in God's providence for the work and vocation He intends for me. One step enough for me. The stream of conversions continues, but perhaps the deeper question is not why so many are leaving Anglicanism, but what they are finding in the Catholic Church, a household, a visible unity, a faith that holds. Robin Ward spent 40 years preparing to take that one step. Now he has taken it, and he rejoices.